You know, despite multiple layers of fake orange spray tan, Donald Trump is in fact one of the most thin skinned snowflakes on the planet. He's got a long history of throwing little hissy fits when people criticize him. And I'm about to eviscerate his latest social media meltdown line by line. And no, Donald Trump Jr., not talking about that kind of a line, so you can keep scrolling. As for you, thank you for watching and be sure to subscribe to Really American Media because nothing makes the mega snowflakes melt faster than seeing the resistance grow stronger day by day. And that's what we're doing here. Now, as we all know, Trump is a narcissist that cannot handle criticism, but nothing turns his orange face red faster than when the cool kids bash on him. Trump wants to be loved by rock stars and movie stars so badly that he immediately fills his depends as he loses control over them, telling it like it is. You may recall when Green Day did this. Yeah, Green Day doesn't want to be part of the mega agenda because no amount of sex, drugs, and rock and roll can make you that ignorant. A little deaf, but not ignorant. And Green Day are literal rock stars, the coolest of the cool kids that even the mega types used to love until they got called out by Green Day. Here's actual footage of Trump reacting to that Green Day performance.
Have the Rolling Stones killed?
Oh, sir, those aren't.
Do as I say.
Yeah, true story. And it's not just rock stars. Actors from George Clooney to Robert De Niro have been calling out Trump for years. De Niro just did it again this week on the global stage.
All these attacks are unacceptable. And this isn't just an American problem, it's a global one.
Which leads us to the latest example, as American rock star and all-around badass legend Bruce Springsteen went viral for this speech that he gave in London yesterday. Now, I'm not going to play it all, but here's some highlights.
In America, the richest men are taking satisfaction in abandoning the world's poorest children to sickness and death. This is happening now.
Now, I have to say, when I watched that last night, I got choked up. I'm so proud that somebody like Bruce Springsteen is on the right side of history with us, yet so sad that he even has to say all of those things, all of which are completely true. And you know what they say, the truth hurts. And boy, did this one hurt baby Trump. The leader of the free world spent some of his valuable free time attacking Bruce Springsteen this morning. And I'd like to read it to you as we dissect it all line by BS-filled line. So who's ready to watch me smack this giant orange turd around? All right, so Trump posted today, quote, "I see that the highly overrated Bruce Springsteen goes to a foreign country to speak badly about the President of the United States," end quote. Now, first of all, highly overrated. He's won 20 Grammys, an Oscar, has sold over 140 million albums, and is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Trump is just pissed that nobody can question his immigration status since everyone knows he was born in the USA. And by the way, Trump just this week went to a foreign nation and said this about a president of the United States.
The Biden administration created havoc and bedlam by basically being incompetent.
Hypocrite. Trump continues his rant against the real boss, Bruce Springsteen, by saying, quote, "I never liked him, never liked his music or his radical left politics, and importantly, he's not a talented guy," end quote. This just shows that Trump has terrible taste in music, which makes sense, considering he hangs out with Kid Rock and proudly dances to the Village People.
There's no need to feel down.
Yeah, the not at all gay president continued his boss bitching by saying that Bruce is just a pushy, obnoxious jerk who fervently supported crooked Joe Biden, a mentally incompetent fool, and our worst ever president, who came close to destroying our country. If I wasn't elected, it would have been gone by now, end quote. All right, so pushy, obnoxious jerk, projecting much, and Biden was the worst president ever by no metric whatsoever. It's not like he was the first president in history to get impeached twice like King Trump was. And what does he mean that our country would be gone by now if he had lost? We'd certainly be over the moon with joy, but I'm confident we'd still exist. It's science. Now, the great Cheeto president continued with, quote, "Sleepy Joe didn't have a clue as to what he was doing, but Springsteen is dumb as a rock and couldn't see what was going on. Or could he, which is even worse," end quote. Terrible grammar aside, this is just more projecting. And that was a very eloquent speech that Bruce gave from the heart with no teleprompter, which you cannot do if you're dumb as a rock. But Bruce does know how to rock. Is that what Trump meant? I don't know. Anyways, the Cheeto guy finished up his little temper tantrum by saying, quote, "This dried out prune of a rock star, his skin is all atrophied, ought to keep his mouth shut until he gets back into the country. That's just standard fare. Then we'll see how it all goes for him," end quote. Wowzers. Now, first of all, for being 75 years old, I would like to say that Bruce looks great. If I was gay for a day, I'd be dancing in the dark with him. And Trump yet again shows his ignorance of the Constitution by telling him to keep his mouth shut. It's called freedom of speech. And there's a reason it's the First Amendment. And by the way, yet again, what does he mean when he says we'll see how it goes for him when he's back in America? Sort of sounds like a threat to me, but good luck arresting Bruce Springsteen because, baby, he was born to run. And by the way, if any of my Bruce references are going over your head, well, we can't be friends. However, you can still follow us right here, and I actively encourage that. Whether you're, I don't know, walking around the streets of Philadelphia or just reliving your glory days in your secret garden, hit subscribe. Seriously, it's a button right there. Hit it right now. I'm Steve Harness from the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve podcast, which is available everywhere. You'll find it. We're doing it all right here for Really American Media.